Now before we start, Nana Danko Kufado, and ne a question that ye betuntum ready. Nana, when they shall see tuntum ready.
Akpe medena mawo. Akpe medena mawo. Akpe medena mawo. 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 Thank you. May God bless you.
May God bless you. Nana Danko Kufado. Nana showboy and no mental freedom. Charlie, we have a there. Now, no, I will take my time and do some research for you. Now, my feedback. Let me also say Saudi Boko there. All right. Nana Danko Kufado. Eddie Ashe. Jumanasi ene. Nanado. Uni unyom too. Nanado showboy. You always can beat my challenge in Nanado.
And you maybe not John Wesley sorry, and there's great bro no so. Oh, no yame home no for na obey your senkafu. Sorry, John Wesley ma. Sorry, nien so nyame. Oh, I will fobo ma sorry nya.
Ken wabre. Next week when you go to no. Akwavinsanfo Ken and another year defeat mo. Akwavinsanfo say entiasi almost do mo de baba. 1 2 3 kashe Mabre, akwavinsanfo from my head, mabre. Hey, Ghana was hey, Ghana was somebody po. Now, me no ba American Muslim. Hey, was for Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ache traffic o Ghana. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ache traffic e o Ghana. Na ensema papa ikano, hey, guru bonyoma Alhaji.
Odo me the card bema. Bow me the card bema. Bow me the card bema. Share me the card bema. I have one kwa. What's it then? Odo me the card bema. Middle ha. Bow me the card bema. Hasai bono. Odo me the card bema. Odo me the card bema. Odo me the card bema. Bow me the card bema. Share me the card bema. Take me the card bema. MPP flow with the card bema. How flow with the card bema.
Hey. Ghana politics hard you. A whole PhD holder. Why are you of Bank of Ghana or Sisi Kano? Who near the no? I would have young Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Charlie. There was once I taught him a PhD. I heard Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dean, I'm saying, I call any PhD there. I say MFA. The corporate secretary people could MFA also. I was for your baby Yajubi. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ache traffic ewo Ghana. Ewo nsembia papa yi ekwo ka ne mere bi atwam. Ena Ghana for a compile most of them. Any edibisa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwase say wo kramo sere American Muslim. Wo na o kan same way. Me so say me bo kire wa kramo bedwane. If I listen to the words ewo nsema Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be kan. Ye wia I will take you to your Kofi Amwaben. Say a quite bad fast I can overrate fast to go in the bank. You're gonna go deep into that. Now President John Dramani Mahama I can't say me say ready young couple or the buy no. Yen century e Ghana. Na saa nsɛnkyerɛnne no yɛbɛkɔ akɔbisa president sɛ ɛyɛ deɛ nsɛnkyerɛnne na Awurade Nyankopɔn ɛyɛ na watamfo nso deɛ na Awurade Nyankopɔn ɛde bɛyɛ ɔmo. But before we start no yɛnkɔ Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hɔ abusua ɛyɛ asɛm o.
Economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs.
But if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
Unfortunately for Bawumia, it took his own president to expose him.
So as far as the harbor, we have to be very clear in our mind. We never committed ourselves. I never said I was going to build a harbor in Cape Coast. I said I was going to build a landing site.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
It doesn't mean we will not borrow money. It only means that we are going to borrow responsibly and not recklessly. No government can say they won't borrow money. That is ridiculous.
We are going to make sure we bring in a new economic model and make sure the money will come down to our villages for everybody to get that share of the money.
NPP will shift the focus of economic policy away from taxation to production. So we are going to move away from taxation to production.
If you gave me 1,000 interchanges and a Ghana card, I'll choose the Ghana card because it has more impact on the view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. The most important project here in the north since independence, a Pualugu Dam project.
Okay.
Is the biggest investment. Say we're drawing books since independence.
Okay. Okay, what watch it?
How watch it? Government be by yes, Pualugu Dam. But we're here as a signature project, and in Ebeda number one. So there's no doubt about that. I have no doubt in my mind, and I was championing the Pualugu Dam. We have not yet been able to do it, but by the grace of God, I believe we are going to do the Pualugu Dam. It has to be done.
Otherwise, if I do everything now, if I could, what would I do when I come into office?
Sir, Pacho, uti answer si papa di mai. Was the NPP? They were going to create jobs and create jobs and jobs. Surprisingly, Enya Mahmoud Bawumia kwa kan say John Bodu kan was say NPP for omekwa akwa kra nipa fira manone ama na ebe ye adwuma e wo Ghana. These are the members are almost yemfa Ghana ensan me show monsa. I don't know say Ghana na bia na Ghana be ya boa no kuku bi na nkrofo pete enfa me show monsa there. I have no idea. But say Ghana ye nyina ni me fe ne Ghana ye citizens ne there. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say aban bia ni wo betimi kan say omobosia. Meanwhile, he promised us that Ghana by no vice president, yeah, Mobosia will tow various sections of the road near the development or by also a baby anywhere or Bakasa Mobosia. Yet, President John Dramani Mahama Mamumuno, one whole good year ni ya Mobosia. PhD in economics holder, no, Papa we, the PhD. On you will be a fancy home Canada, Japan, or some dumping for you when you wale dumping there. We a PhD holder, born in Canada, and or the other Ghana. Also the Bayajuma, now born when Britain was Canada, I have no idea. Also the Bayajuma. Yet Papa Baya, deception, and Guano de Bagana, Ghana and DBS, a Papa idea, and ye. Now, and Sembi or Kakano, I doubt to say, a dear Potinama NPP for IBN, they say, Papa we, a bit to me, Abaye president, a Ghana, maybe a moment, Tiasi, Uditino.
Was that we wanted to do these tax reforms, import duty, flat tax, tax amnesty, and so on. But why don't I do it now? And why do I want to? I must have a manifesto. Otherwise, if I do everything now, if I could, what would I do when I come into office? I mean, how can you do everything now? Even President Mahama, former president, who was president, I'm only vice president, but he was president. Why didn't he do everything then? Why is he coming back? He had full authority. I don't have full authority. The budget that has gone to Parliament, which has been passed, is not my budget. Is it my budget? It's not my budget. The budget goes in the name of the president. It doesn't go in the name of the vice president. But when you have to think about what new do you want to do, you come up with new ideas. And I've come up with new ideas, which I want to do when we come into office. Everyone who is running for office, whether you are Kamala Harris or you are Bawumia, you still have to think about what you have to do when you get into office. And this is why I'm presenting my new ideas as to what to do.
Wow. Sometimes I call this insulting the people of Ghana. But that is how I put it. Say nyatem didia. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia being the vice president Abraham Kasano, vice president, head of Ghana's economic management team. Entimin can't say, or the Ahochire ever to Ghana first because he wants to build his own manifesto. Send by president Obenye BBI. You beside a very, very simple question. Say, a one now when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. And the brofak is here and I say for. Now, say, what solution to all these kind of things are? Are they now one solving by now? I was say, when I may be we are, me bad in a may. We are Ghana near Mr. O'Tear. I quite when I say, baby, no. Papa, when the NPP for say, going Saturday, but maybe I sure I can't like on one be, you know. May I sure say, Papa, we are, and then when you tell me, whatever I did when I tell me, the difference between these kind of guys and Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But where in Kufuya to Numia, any Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who difference be they seem to be the same people. Confused bunch of confused people. Where to Numia now way in a man away, pause or other way, ASA. Emily said the sound is no good today, right? Are you sure? Priscilla, is it good or how do you see the sound today? If I wow him, we are waiting up this week because I got this message from Emily said the sound is not that good today. Because when I monitor it from my end, so I seem to say everything is okay. All right, so no Babs to say it's fine. Emily, so maybe you can refresh it and then get back again. Because I am also monitoring here from there, and I think everything is okay. So I don't know. Maybe I'll hear me if at the end of the day, no, you're also not getting the better sound that you want. But you with me, I refresh, those kind of things. And I said once, me streaming on maybe I'm not streaming on 4K, but I stream on 1080p, which is the best quality. Until on YouTube, it's always on phone. So click on the settings button there also, then change the resolution of the video. Maybe that might also help as well. All right, Emily, you can hear echo. Well, I can maybe try to adjust some things later. So if you think it's okay now, you can also tell me. But I believe BBI okay at my end. But anyway, Rachel said the sound is very okay. So Emily, maybe try to adjust it from your end. Sometimes I have a lot of things in front of me here, there. So I need to monitor a whole lot of things for me. They say, all right, Frank said it's very crystal clear. But that's it. Apia, you have a call there. The sound is clear and perfect. Why are they? Emily, it's okay now. All right. Emily, I say. And let's continue. It is already again that Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia team. Papa, you saw the paper president there. Sebe, I say agree money and win team. But that is how I see him. Because se papa wa agree pa me yeso senke NPP contest we kwana Kenya dia obekubi. Because he by himself in the country NPP for say 2024 about one year kono. E or no ene His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mo nyina fisirim. Na ba ko ba wi ni bia na bato no kwa enko sirim biem. Enti o sere se ke yemfa ma no. I have no idea what happened. John Dramani Mahama win. This man wants to come back again. So the question is wa adwen pa ufi se di enti na ko ba bepe. Ba also achichire ken de Japan mo nyina ansa aguomachi. And the established candidate, yes, I didn't yodum. We have no problem. It is their own party. Adam maybe an Emankasamasem. What the more we are, you come and present him before Ghanaians. Then we also use our Kukurumuti power to make our own judgment. There be a metakan say, Sansemen and another dog go for the catcher, you know. There be a mekai, made a Sansemen and another Canadiana, every the power, and another dog go for do. And a quarter and Pimam catcher almost say, hey, Kukurumuti Kitamono. And ya men are mentioned my dear Monfano. And ya more that being one. The ambassador Modia be a mamma for Kukurumutin. Nanado and a catcher at Santamine for. Made a Sansemen and another kind of day. And must sometimes be feeling another. Me say, hey, I call away a hot man. And I'll go Gina Santimamu. Uncle Gina Bono, Uncle Gina Ahafu, I'll go Bono East. And a car, Sassam with Nankasa a day. And a chile and people for Nankasa. About your mamma and mother particular video. The
sir, quabre for what they share voting pattern. Or more to a badu pa de manana. Obviously, men country, yes, obviously, men country president. So, my quine no say president, anya ma womwa. There's a bay omuya pa. Now 2024, on back to Banetia NPP.
No problem.
You do it.
I'm saying, people make those kind of threats. Me, they don't frighten me.
Okay.
It's somebody votes for you, somebody supports you. It's because they want you to do things for them. I understand that. There's no need for people to go to Manya, say. I don't want to watch them. But of course, Mayor. And about to decide this over to our NDC. I want some. I don't know myself. Will be a song and in Timso, baby.
So what? Then I was obedient to songs at the Timso. We NPP near Saturday, Uka Kukurumutino, and you'll be the cause of the team so. But 5 sound classes no more one year. Near Modern Baby and a year, you bay the Hojuma. Near Modern Baby, I bay the Hojuma. It is a large Dr. Mudbomia fees and some phone at the Medina Bedi Ghana for. It's okay with him. Appear made us so who's all can and a po ebony tinko. All can on a po ebony tinko so Naposi acquire why are they? What the Ghana from poor? Why are they? But your sign video need be baby and a po ebony tinko.
Was that we wanted to do these tax reforms, import duty, flat tax, tax amnesty, and so on. But why don't I do it now? And why do I want to? I must have a manifesto. Otherwise, if I do everything now, if I could, what would I do when I come into office? I mean, how can you do everything now? Even President Mahama, former president, who was president, I'm only vice president, but he was president. Why didn't he do everything then? I mean, why is he coming back? He had full authority. I don't have full authority. The budget that has gone to Parliament, which has been passed, is not my budget. Is it my budget? It's not my budget. The budget goes in the name of the president. It doesn't go in the name of the vice president. But when you have to think about what new do you want to do, you come up with new ideas. And I've come up with new ideas, which I want to do when we come into office.
No. Pacho say, "Wa be kan kire me say abera alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan sem we no. Na bibia ye kre. Me dauto." Come here, so say, hope say abra alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba no NPP for so oye dal e no man kan je so ntwa nwan kakra o mani ba mo na nwan na do whiskey abra alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan sem we pa wa be kan je na bibia ye kre. In fact, I'll doubt you because na bibia ye kre ya me nye so say papa we be kan sa sem we akire Ghana for da no o kan sem we no odi Ghana for mpa no woni bibi abra NPP wo power no now complain say a man more idea esi free SHS who complain say wa kwan nya esi free SHS who complain say ko hospital ye nya duro mo esi free SHS just everything in the system no can e free SHS say na Ghana for e ho Ghana for atedi akwa be bisa say President John Dramani Mahama ba no free SHS no wa gu no anase dey because they say no ontiwe pa choti no
enuano misire busa o yeru Mahama free SHS no wa twam ana
because as I say a man for in shedder and can once I say with me 12 and the as a first no with me the class a common do yes or castle needs comes a share free SHS no I say we Jayana and that's so oh boy any me 12 and needy and you find that no maybe I oh my papa.
What's the question? O say abra NPP Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mo tie konwa so no o ka bibia ti free SHS free SHS na kwete say akobam no na me bo akobam advert na me tie ne din na me say Ghana so asema ba o akobam na ye o ya akobam wutiri ye o ya akobam sisiguru akobam kotobie is akobam na ese bibia sa no me free SHS be Ghana nti bra yi so bisa say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ba free SHS no onte ana ye wo he akwanya ye dollar above from inflation where inflation Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as vice president they could do 54% no. Her Excellency Professor Jenana Opokwa Jema under her able leadership on kasa about 5.4 or the dot akosi 54 dem fini yet kramo reche say onte ye kramo reche say onte ye yet he is going around promising Ghanaians say they also about or the Christopher ebe ko Israel say akwa we so kasa o Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa papa kwa be na be for the Ghana Christopher Ghana Christians e Ghana no over 70%. But how are you going to do it? Ghana Ghana as it me pushing pass na every day say okay can some ade ba ko pa man say Mahmoud Bawumia promise o Ghana and say obema akonfo obema motia ba ko bia akonfo one and the mante and the only thing amante and kwa mi hu so call shrine bi me so promise ho so obema ni motia enti ene wa promise Christopher akọ enanano ahemfo nyina so ba obetu obi aka say hey go first kind way wo la like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo betu ahemfo ka say they go so the Christopher we ko Israel asembeni a Christopher so ya breu a Christopher bre ene Ghana politics richly politics na ye o Ghana no we need to be very careful with the people we choose to come and lead us. Okurumutiri se na nado kan no eye wonsa e na odikutim so ba wadwen ene wodache. You need to calculate everything before you make a better decision as to who you choose to lead you. Oko MP you have to make the same decision. Assemblyman akoto ba you need to think about it. Unit committee you need to think about it. Because yeah is amamwo na ye Ghana as a good ye bi na yidi. But my dream on a say we are Ghana for we don't put a lot of pressure on our political leaders. That is why they think they can promise anything because they know say unya power ni we are untimi nyane. That is what Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and NPP believes. That is what they believe because if not going to I mean can't say me I can be na me kwa so we moment me some Hey Priscilla also can we untimi kan into also the Christopher de meko Israel. Say Israel na do ko no oko as tourist ntimi nima de kro okọ so okọ tourist visa na mo bia o se Ghana ebe ye yankase ye plane ye piani pa gum ana Israel no office Israel no Africa ho ba bi o say Israel no Ghana kuro bi ye fe ni Israel mi kurum tachima ye fe ba bi Israel o be se hoda kwa ne kan o because Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa mo nwi hu ye dem taka I can't say no. Let's move on and 7 dollars.